in global terms, one of the great sporting festivals on the planet, and Malaysia first onto the podium.
Well, smiles all round from the ever-popular Malaysians. And interestingly enough, most of the television crew here are Malaysians in the table tennis. So there's a very strong feeling Malaysian attendance here. And the medals being presented by Mr. Chris Chan, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth Games Association of Singapore. He'll be a very happy man. Anyway, the last of the Malaysian team to receive the bronze medal. They look absolutely delighted with that, Malaysia, as indeed they should. They'll now each receive a scarf, which has been a very nice touch to these games, I think, called an angwastra. And that is being presented by Mr. Edward Pitts, who's president of the National Olympic Committee of Belize.
Yeah, it's a nice touch, isn't it? This traditional scarf, and worn with pride by the Malaysians, who must be actually feeling it after a match of that duration and intensity against England. And of course, we mustn't forget that the individual events, singles, doubles, they have begun and will continue tomorrow, and all of these players will be aiming for another podium, at least one, later in the Games. Get ready for a big roar now.
It's the silver to the Indians, and it's handshakes all round from the team. The team of 5, only 3 will contest each match in the team event. But they look absolutely delighted, Matthew, as well they should. They've really deserved this.
It's a really warm moment, isn't it?
Rumadas, so popular, delightful figure, leader of the team. Poulami Ghatak, actually further down the line. And this is Shamini Kumarasan, who her coach Massimo Costantino picked out as the player of the tournament so far for the Indian women's team. And it is lovely to see them looking so pleased with this and not disappointed at the outcome. The Angwastra scarf being presented to each of the Indian contingent. Edward Pitts of Belize. Glad to say a fair few of the crowd have stuck with this, Matthew, and in spite of the slight hiatus between the end of the match and the start of the presentation ceremony, still plenty of people in the arena here to give their Indian team a deserved cheer.
Yeah, that's really good to see. And I don't doubt they'll give a similarly enthusiastic ovation to the gold medal winners. Indeed they have. What a performance from them. They were dominant throughout, dominant in the final too, and worthy winners.
Mr. Chris Chan, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth Games Association of Singapore, presents to his own team. He'll be absolutely delighted.
Well, Lee Jai Wei, she was on the receiving end of some pretty vociferous advice, stern advice, I think you described it as, Rob, during that final.
Yes.
But she recovered well to close out her match, the third match, and clinch gold for a team that is as strong in depth as it is in breadth. All these players, terrific performers. And very deserved winners. Yes,
absolutely. It's one thing to come here with high expectations and Everyone expected them to win it cleanly, but that kind of pressure can often take its toll in any sport. But they do, with all due respect to the other teams here, look to be in a league of their own. And as you mentioned earlier, Matthew, they are the world champions. Even China succumbed to the brilliance of these Singaporean players.
Well, that's absolutely right. And you mentioned the expectation. They're going to have that once again in the singles. And of course, there can only be one winner. We've seen high quality from all of the Singapore players here in Delhi as they acknowledge a terrific ovation from a crowd that has been enthusiastic all afternoon and evening and have created a real occasion as we listen to the national anthem of the gold medal winners in the women's team 2010. Singapore.
So there we are, the first medal ceremony of the table tennis tournament here at the Mouma Sports Complex in Delhi. And it's Singapore who take the